Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback, the ball. The 25-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for a crease to the left. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. And as far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? First down for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Rebels get enough to move the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll give it to the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Rebels are flying down the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Green. He's going to take off. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back. Everything tells you pass. and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. Pass to 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll set up to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. Quarterback got sacked.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw. It's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game. They're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Okay, ready? This is a 3rd and long. 3:25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Scrambling away. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets a big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Dart. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set with the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. Might want to stick with kicking this time after misfiring on the last fake. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The Rebels headed quickly to the line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play. Now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Offense set on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. The inside handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense in press coverage. 3rd and long. He'll need to loosen up that arm. With the catch, it's Wells. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up for it.
They'll send out the kicker here. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield. It's Green. Still on his feet. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
On the run, it's Parrish. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Gonna run it. It's Green. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Green. Getting some heat. And the ball squirted out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and lift and play another down.
Know the situation, you know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Back to pass, it's Green. Coming after it. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. The late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime.
I get it. I understand. The smart, the conservative thing to do is make sure you go into the half right where you're at. Don't give up a big play. But I'm the guy that's going for points. I like to be aggressive.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offense.
Nothing but green ahead. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
This is obviously a great play physically by the quarterback, but how about mentally making the right decision? He was keying on the right defender. He saw the body language of that player and knew he had to keep the football and made the decision so quickly. Good football IQ there by the QB.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Now on 1st down from the 40. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Army is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up off the canvas before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 9 to Air Force. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll start this drive firing. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Little touch pass to the receiver. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Tackle is made after the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Easy.
Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Okay, ready?
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And it's no good. And that wall they need to climb to get back in this one, guys, is still 20 points high. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Dart. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
On second down, just keeps firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Slips through the line. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Now on second down after the short completion. Dropping back, it's Green. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. On the move is a 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The give to the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
He'll keep it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Running to the left. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
Finds his man. It's Harris. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Get set, get set.
Trying to punch it in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll try to run it in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. Key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
It is good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Buys a little extra time. He'll let it go down the right side. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Black 24. Black 24.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now on second down. Looking for space. It's Thomas. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43.
Razor. Jackrabbit.
The run from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from